Hi, students. It's me, Ms. Miles. Thanks so much for stopping by the Miles Ahead classroom today. I'm so glad you're here because I have a very special book to share with you. Today's story is called Night Owl, and it's not just any book. It's a #1 New York Times bestseller, a Caldecott Honor Award winner, and a USA Today bestseller. This story follows a little owl with a big dream: to become a brave knight. Even though he's not the biggest or the strongest, Owl is smart, determined, and full of heart. When he gets the chance to guard the castle at night, something unexpected happens. An owl has to use his cleverness and courage to save the day. Get ready for a fun adventure full of bravery, humor, and friendship. Let's find out how Owl becomes a true knight, not just with strength, but with brains and bravery. Are you ready to read with me? Let's go.
Night Owl, written and illustrated by Christopher Denise.
Since the day he hatched, Owl had one wish: to be a knight. Every morning before he drifted off to sleep, he imagined himself as a real knight. He would be brave, he would be clever, and he would have many friends. It was just a dream until one day. Knights began disappearing from the castle, so Owl applied to night school, and to everyone's surprise, he was accepted. Owl was an excellent student, but he had a tough time with the sword. Even the smallest shield was a problem, and he had a habit of nodding off during the day. Night school was hard, but Owl worked and worked. He graduated with honors, as all knights do. Owl was assigned to the night watch. He was very good at his job. The other knights usually fell asleep during the long night watch, but Owl didn't mind. All alone on the castle wall, he finally felt like a real knight. Until one evening, it was very dark and very, very quiet when Owl heard a strange sound. Whoosh! It sounded like a huge bird flapping its wings.
Who?
Owl called. He heard the sound again. Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Who?
He called. Whoosh.
Who?
Owl called.
Who, me?
Said a deep voice.
Who you?
Asked Owl.
I am a hungry dragon.
Said the dragon. Owl was very afraid. But because he was now a real knight, and knights are brave, he puffed out his feathers and said,
I am Owl, and I am a knight of the Night Watch.
You don't look like a knight.
Said the dragon.
You look like a midnight snack.
Owl's feathers trembled. But because he was a real knight, and knights are clever, he said,
You don't want me. I am too small, hardly even a mouthful.
A mouthful is enough.
Snarled the dragon.
I am all feathers and fluff.
Said Owl.
A great dragon like you needs something tastier and more filling. How about a pizza instead?
It turned out the dragon loved pizza. They talked about how each of them had hatched from eggs, how much they liked the night, and how flying was hard to explain to someone who had never done it before. They really had a lot in common. The following week, not a single night disappeared, or the week after that. And every night, Al patrolled the walls. It was very dark and very, very quiet. But Al didn't mind because he was brave. He was clever. And he had many friends.
Wasn't that an amazing story, students? Night Owl really showed us that being a hero isn't just about strength. It's about being smart, brave, and kind, even when things get scary. Owl may be small, but he reminded us that cleverness and heart can shine brighter than any sword or shield. This story teaches us that believing in yourself and using your strengths, whatever they are, can help you face any challenge. And remember, just like Owl, you are braver and more capable than you think. Thanks so much for joining me today in the Miles Ahead classroom. I loved reading with you, and I hope you'll come back again soon. Because you stopped by today, you're already miles ahead. Until next time, keep learning, keep dreaming, and keep being you.